discovered China. This is the land of meadows and lofty snow-capped mountains. Lonely alpine ponds accompany Qiang and Tibetan music and dance, Hui and Han songs. This is a land of ever-flying sutras and old paths with a millennium of rich and vivid history. Discover China brings you the dream of the Yellow Dragon. Water, trees, flowers. After a long, deep winter slumber, they thrive again in the warmth of spring. This land of wonders bears a majestic name, the Yellow Dragon. This is the place where a legend was born. In the early morning, sunshine filters over the mountain cottages. Smoke curls up gently from the chimneys. A new day begins for the Jaga family with devout prayer. The Mani wheel has been turning year after year. The fluttering sutra streamers, the scriptures, and the holy mountains defend this peaceful land. Today, Jaga took his daughter and 2 sons to the ancient Yellow Dragon Temple to worship the Yellow Dragon Man. To Chinese Taoists, he is an immortal god. Every year in mid-July, the local Tibetan, Qiang, Hui, and Han people bring their sacrifices with them to the ancient Yellow Dragon Temple and attend the annual Yellow Dragon Temple Fair. This custom has remained virtually unchanged for 600 years, dating back to the Ming Dynasty. The Han, Hui, Tibetan, and Qiang people, transcending their religious and ethnic differences, gather here to worship the Yellow Dragon Man, who brought peace and prosperity to the area. They pray that their descendants can live in this magical land forever. Yellow Dragon Man sounds like the name of a Taoist. However, he is highly respected and worshipped by all local people. It is said that the Yellow Dragon Man was the father of Yu, a great man that successfully stopped flooding in the area. He brought peace and happiness back to the local people by saving their homes. Ever since, the Yellow Dragon Man transformed himself into a yellow dragon living within the mountains for eternity. The local people firmly believe that the Yellow Dragon Cave next to the Yellow Dragon Temple is where the Yellow Dragon Man became immortal. It's a cave formed after thousands of years with grotesquely shaped rocks and water trickling down along the stalactites from above. The 3 stone statues are said to be the mortal bodies of the Yellow Dragon Man and his disciples. Right next to the rock, a small clear stream called Holy Water by the local Tibetans flows all year round. As the legend goes, the water here can cure all kinds of diseases and increase longevity. The story, of course, is merely a myth, but then how did this fantastic underground landscape come into being? After many years of research and study, geologists found that the chemical content in the water here contains 98% of the sediment travertine. Travertine is a component of limestone. The water running here comes from Shuabao Ding, the highest peak of Minshan Mountain and the surrounding mountain chain. Large quantities of melted ice and snow, together with rainwater, permeate into the mountain. As the mountain mainly consists of limestone, the water cycling underground contains a large amount of travertine. When water percolates from the ground, quantities of travertine begins to build on the sloping beach, gradually forming little corrugated holes. The gentle flow of water and the gathering of leaves and twigs quicken the buildup of travertine. Finally, these little corrugated holes become bigger and merge with each other. In this way, layers of terraced travertine pools come into being. The colorful pools in the Yellow Dragon Valley grow at an average speed of only 3 millimeters per year. Despite the slow growth rate, after hundreds of years of precipitation and buildup, they now form huge, colorful pools. The water of Zhuanhua Pool, or Spinning Flower Pool, permeates into the ground and flows out again, becoming the source of the colorful pools. The local people usually come here to make wishes. The spinning flowers in the pool carry their sincere love and best wishes for the family. Among the colorful pools, the 5-color pool stands out above the rest. The locals call it the Eye of the Yellow Dragon. It is the brightest and most charming colorful pool of all. 693 individual pools form together to make up its marvelous beauty. This is the epitome of the wonderful sight of Yellow Dragon. There is no mystery as how the pond water takes on such deep and wonderful colors. The water in the ponds comes from a mountain cave. They are pure and contain an abundance of negative ions. When short light waves, mainly greens and blues, meet the negative ions in the water, they scatter. This is one reason why the water in the Yellow Dragon ponds looks so gorgeous in the sunshine. The water is perfect for the growth of microorganisms and algae, and their growth also contributes to the colorful view when light is reflected back to the eye. In the amazing world of the Yellow Dragon, water is life's blood. It is the creator and nurturer of this mysterious world. Clear water continuously flows out of the travertine dragon's head. Da Arbian village is said to be the spot of the legendary dragon's head. The Qiang people have lived here for generations.
是叔叔大，对他头大，兄弟。
With a passion for singing and dancing, the Qiang people created this style of music over 2,000 years ago. This is generally recognized as the earliest form of such singing. We can hardly find any written record of their multi-part singing today, but it has been passed down from father to son by song, forming a living singing record. The ancient Qiang people led a nomadic life. They lived where the grass and water were abundant. Along the winding Yellow River, they bred a horse called He Chu. This horse has strong adaptability to bitterly cold and severe climates. You can ride them at ease at an altitude of 4,000 meters above sea level or even in swampy grass. In the Warring States period, the Qin people got He Chu horses from the Qiang and put them into military use. The horses made great contributions to the first united dynasty in Chinese history. Today we can still see He Chu horses buried with the terracotta warriors, well-armored soldiers sitting imposingly on tall horses. He Chu horses could be seen in numerous wars around China. Du Fu, a famous poet of the Tang Dynasty, once praised He Chu horses as brave and agile. Nowadays, on the No-Argai Prairie at an altitude of 4,000 meters, He horses still gallop. Some rank them as one of the 4 best horses in the world. The reputation of He horses spread far and wide. Some inland merchants traded tea to southwest China for the horses. Hence, this kind of exchange gradually prospered along the southwest frontier and became known as the tea horse trade. An ancient town, Songpan, which is located at the foot of Yellow Dragon Mountain, took advantage of its geographic location and became the hub for the tea horse trade. We can still find vivid horse images carved on the city walls of Songpan. Songpan, formerly Songzhou, was an important region connecting Sichuan, Qinghai, and Gansu. Its west gate stood at the top of the mountain, overlooking the other 3 gates at the foot of the mountain, guarding this ancient town. A city wall was built for the purpose of defense, wound up the mountain peak. There are historical records about Songpan dating back as early as 2,300 years ago. Border trade had been prospering for thousands of years, bringing wealth and fame to this ancient city. Today, its past glory can still be felt, riding out of Songpan and setting foot on the ancient tea horse trading road. In those years, goods such as traditional medicine and tea leaves were carried from Chengdu to the western regions along this road. This road has witnessed countless horses and carts. It is the Ma Bang, or caravan drivers, who risked their lives traveling this road. These tough men and women were the living embodiment of the spirit of adventure. The most dangerous stretch of the trading road was at the entrance of Daoyun, or Red Cloud Canyon. A stele was erected there, which mysteriously had nothing engraved on it. Almost like a bad omen. It can be said that it was the extraordinary courage, the surprising willpower, and the great wisdom of the Ma Bang that strengthened the communication between Tibet and inland areas and formed an inseparable relationship between Zheng and Han people. On the autumn days after the harvest, the Tibetan people usually gather and dance merrily, expressing their joy to the sky and clouds. The Jagas worship devoutly. After worshipping the yellow dragon man, Jaga affectionately relates to his kids how much the yellow dragon means to Tibetan people's hearts. The kids then begin to sing Tibetan songs, their voices echoing in the night.
Medkar jari tunaya sole yale medkar jari tunaya so yale rong se bagar ni shukaro hela patra he yale rong se bagar ni shukaro ye yale rong se bagar ni shukaro yale
As time goes by, winter falls on Yellow Dragon again. Water, trees, flowers fall into slumber again in the stillness of the freezing winter. Like the colorful pools of Yellow Dragon with their everlasting beauty, they complete the life of samsara, the cycle of reincarnation. With bated breath, the villagers await the Yellow Dragon's revival in the warmth and vitality of the spring.